Hello everybody, it's Dana Sullivan, your Stampin' Chick, here with another Make It Monday! How are you today, my friends? I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Mine was fabulous, and I am so happy to be here with you guys again on this wonderful Monday. And I have a fantastic project to share with you. This beautiful card that has a bit of a surprise in it. I think you guys are going to like it. So let me show you all about it, okay? First of all, I'm using the Good Morning Magnolia bundle. I am in love with the stamps and the dies in this set. They are amazing. If you don't have Good Morning Magnolia, this is one of those, along with what is that beautiful friendship that I've been sharing with you, that I absolutely love. These are must-haves in your arsenal of Stampin' Supplies. You really have to have them. They're amazing. Okay, so we're using the Good Morning Magnolia bundle, and actually we're using several of the products from the suite. As you can see, we're using the Designer Series paper, and I haven't trimmed the ribbon yet, but this is also that woven ribbon. It's so soft and so pretty, and I just love it. And then we're also using Early Espresso ink. And then as you can see, I have die cut and colored the Magnolia, and you guys have seen the video. I've shown you that a couple of times, how I color my Magnolias. So you can go back and look at that. But let me show you the fabulous little surprise in this card, okay? So when you untie the ribbon, and you open up the card, so it says, thanks, not only for what you do, but for being someone so special. I love the sentiments in this set. They're so fabulous. But then there's also this inside section that you can open up. Isn't that sweet? Thinking of you. And it's got another stamped Magnolia here. This kind of card leaves all sorts of room to write a fabulous little note in. I had just talked to my grandma on the phone the other day, and she said she had received a card that I sent, but the note wasn't very long in it. And that's because I just had a regular standard fold card, and I had just scribbled a little note in the bottom, and Lord love her, she was expecting a letter. So with this kind of a card, I can write her a letter and it'll be fabulous. So then, of course, we're just going to tie it shut again, and this holds it all together. And it's still thin enough that it can ship in a regular card envelope. And the postage should be standard, but it could be... sorry, someone was calling in. It could be a tiny bit more than the standard postage stamp, but not much. I'm pretty sure it would be okay with just one stamp. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started with what you're going to need. Of course, you're going to need the Good Morning Magnolia stamps and dies, the Early Espresso ink. The Stampin' blends that I use are the Soft Suede combo, Dark Petal Pink, the Mossy Meadow combo, and Dark Daffodil Delight. And then you're also going to need some 12 by 12 cardstock. Now, I tried to find a way to do this with the 11-inch cardstock, but it's really a lot better with the 12 by 12, okay? So let me get my scoreboard out here so I can give you measurements and show you how I did it. I started out with one piece that measures the 4 1/4 inches by 12 inches. So this is your card base, like that. It's scored at 2 inches and 7 1/2 inches. So this is 4 1/4 by 12, scored at 2 and 7 1/2. So that makes our card base. And then there's another piece of cardstock that measures 5 1/4 by 11 3/4. Now, I had to take that 1/4 of an inch off because of the folds here. Obviously, this inside piece is basically the 4 inches that you're used to, but you want just a little sliver off of each end here so that it folds in nicely. You see how it's missing about 1/8 of an inch on that side and 1/8 of an inch on this side, so that way it folds easily. So this one is 5 1/4 by 11 3/4, and it's scored at 3 7/8 and 7 7/8. Okay, so 3 7/8, 7 7/8, and then burnished overlapping each other like that. Okay. Now you're also going to need, let's see here, you're going to need 2 panels that measure 3 5/8 by 5 inches. You need 2 of those, 3 5/8 by 5 inches. You need one that measures 4 inches by 4 1/4 inches. And then another piece that measures 4 inches by 1 3/4 inches. All right, and so that's going to be the front of our card. These pieces will go right here. Let's see, this one, and whoops, come here, this one. And then these are going to go on these panels. So right there and right here. Okay. Now you're also going to need your standard 4-inch by 5 1/4. And actually, I'm lying to you. I remember I cut this down just slightly to fit inside. So this is 5 1/8. 5 1/8. It is a Monday, isn't it? 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. That's what you want this white inside piece to be. And that's going to fit inside here just like so. All right, so there we go. Now that we have our measurements, let's get our project going. This is actually a really simple and quick project. It really doesn't take any time at all. So let's start putting some pieces together here. First thing we're going to want to do is put some snail on these panels, and yeah, I think I like it that way. Okay, so we're going to put it there. Let me see if I can line this up okay. Alright, there we go. I am in love with this paper. The entire suite is just, whoops, well, don't glue everything, Dana. The entire suite is just absolutely fabulous. I love it so, so much. Okay, and let's put this one this way. And right about there looks good. Alright, that's already beautiful, isn't it? We've just done the front and it's already beautiful. Okay, now let's put these on. So yesterday I had my team meeting with my girls, and it was perfect timing because my holiday pre-order showed up yesterday. And I was so excited to look at my goodies and share it with my team that I had just I had just opened the box, but I had left everything in there. What was I trying to say? Oh, I had just unfastened the box, you know, I had unsealed it, whatever. And had left everything in the box. And put it up in the room that we were doing our meeting in. and had mentioned to the girls, oh, by the way, the holiday pre-order is sitting there, but forget I said that because I don't want you to lose focus of our meeting. I'm so mean. But we got to spend time looking at everything and touching and feeling, and oh, it's always so exciting when you can do that. It's so much fun. The holiday catalog is the best time ever, and it will be live and available to everyone on September 4th. So if you don't already have a holiday catalog on its way, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I would also love to get a new catalog out to you. So if you don't already have one, if you don't already have a demo, leave me a comment or get a hold of me somehow, and I'll get one out to you, okay? All right, now, the Magnolia stamp is huge, and I know I've talked about that before, but check that bugger out. I mean, it's as big as my hand, bigger than my hand. And so you need the great big F block. And now, if you have the Stamparatus, that is a wonderful tool to use for this. And I would typically use the Stamparatus as well. But for this stamp, I just love it. I have the block, so I'm going to use it. And then with these bigger stamps, I always point them facing the opposite way. So like I lay them upside down so that I can ink them up this way. Because it's easier to control the ink with the stamp bigger than the ink pad. I can move the ink pad around. I can make sure that it gets even ink and even pressure, and I can make sure that I've covered all of my spots. Now let me pull my scrap paper. Yes, for those who are keeping tabs, I am still using the same paper. It's looking worse for wear, but I can still use it. And I'm just going to stamp this like so, across the corner, give it direct, even pressure, and then lift it straight off, and there's our stamped image. Let me close the ink pad here. Okay, now I'm going to set this off to the side for just a minute because I want it to dry really well before I try to color it. You don't have to wait long, but that's just me being overly cautious. Let's go ahead and decorate the front and assemble our card while we're waiting. So I'm going to use some dimensionals. I'm just going to pop up a piece here, and on this one I cut the leaf off. I think I'm going to do that again because otherwise it puts it way up there. So don't be afraid to cut your images. It is okay. They will still look beautiful even when you have to cut across like that. Now I can just round the corner a little and it looks just fine. I'm going to get rid of that leaf. There we go. That's better. Okay. Let me get some dimensionals here. So the holiday catalog will release on September 4th. So be ready for that. I also have a holiday open house, virtual open house party happening this Saturday on my Facebook page. So if you head over to Facebook and type the Stampin' Chick, you will come up with my page, and then you'll find it under the events tab. There we go. So it'll be an all-day event on Saturday. I won't be there all day. I mean, I'll be popping in and out. So there'll be live videos, there will be demonstration videos, there will be pictures of products and projects that I have made with the holiday catalog products. So you can check in and out throughout the course of the day. You don't have to stay there all day long waiting for me. There we go. That's beautiful. But you're not going to want to miss it because there's so much fabulous stuff to see in the catalog. You really want to see it all. You don't want to miss it. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do the thanks stamp on this little die cut piece. Now, this die cut piece actually comes from the Parcels and Petals bundle. You don't have to use this. It's actually just slightly smaller than the punch here. But let me show you. There's the die. I really like it. It's very cute, and I happen to have it on my desk already, and I went, oh, that'll work fabulously. So that's what that is, if you're wondering. Okay, let's take our ink and thanks. All right. See if I can do this without putting my face in the camera. There we go. Push it down, lift it straight up. Fabulous. All right. Now, I'm also going to put some dimensionals behind this, but I actually want some standard dimensionals. So let me grab those. Look at that. That's how I cut up my dimensionals, in case you were ever wondering. I use every stitch of the dimensionals. Whoops, stay there now, friend. I don't need that many. All right, there we go. Okay, and now I want to put this. Oh, you know what? I don't want to do that just yet. I want to leave this for just a second because I wanted to stamp here. I may not stamp in this section this time. Actually, I'm not going to. I'm just going to stamp in this one. So let me go ahead and put that on. Decisions, decisions. Okay, here we go. Now, let me put that there, and let's put this inside. Now, we're going to need some ribbon, so I'm going to use that, Magnolia Lane ribbon combo as soon as I can find the, sticker. Don't you love it? Like, I want it to stay closed when I want it to stay closed, but let me have it when I want in. I want in. There we go. All right, did that loosen it? Okay, good. Good, there we go. There we go. Now we're good. Okay. Now we're going to take the ribbon, and I like the idea of putting the ribbon behind this piece because it just kind of helps secure it in there a little better and makes it a little cleaner looking. And so it's going to glue right about like that. And then this will come over, and I'm actually going to bring this up here just a bit so that it can go across this panel and it'll tie shut right there. So let me snip that off, and let's open this back up, and we're going to leave the ribbon right there, but I'm going to use tear and tape, and I'm going to put it on the back of this section here, okay? So we're going to run the tear and tape along all four sides, and the reason for that is just because this is kind of a heavy-duty card, and I want it to be able to open and close as many times as the recipient wants to open and close it. And so I want it to stay. I don't want this panel to fall out. So we will make that bugger super snug. It is not going to go anywhere. Alright, now grab my handy dandy take your pick tool here. If you don't have this thing, I'm telling you, I tell you every time, you need this in your toolkit because look at how much easier it is to get all of these backings off. It makes it so much easier. And if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and you're using those tiny little adhesive dots, you know what I mean when I say, oh my goodness, obnoxious. But the take your pick tool really helps to make sure that you can get them off easy. Okay, let me make sure that's straight. And then I'm just going to line this up right in relative to the center. There we go. Perfect. Give it a good rub down and try not to wiggle the table too much. There we go. Very nice. All right, now our little stamped piece here is going to go right inside. So let's get that colored right quick. Now I'm going to try to do this quick because you folks have already seen it before and you don't want to have to watch all this, and you know that I don't edit my videos. You guys get to see everything exactly as I do them. So that means that this is kind of taking a little bit of time. So I'm just going to try to work super quick. The plus side to that is that you can see how quick and easy it actually is to color the magnolias, because I'm not fast forwarding. This is real time. So there we go. All right, very good, very good, very good. So with the holiday catalog will be coming also holiday paper and ribbon shares. And I'm getting all of the details worked out and situated for that. And I think that you're all going to be very happy. The holiday papers are absolutely fantastic. I mean, they're just stunning. They're gorgeous. You're going to absolutely love them. And the ribbons are to die for. There is a beautiful red ruched ribbon that, oh my goodness, sings to the very depths of my soul. It is so pretty. You're going to love it. So, of course, it's got to be in the ribbon share. And I'll be posting more about that in the next few days, I think. Just give me a bit to get situated and get the samples made for our holiday open house and whatnot. Okay, now I'm going to do the stem. I'm going to take the bullet end of the darker suede and I'm just going to kind of go over the lines. Y'all have seen me do this. And then I'm going to take the brush end of the lighter side and fill it in. And try not to get it on my table. See, I'm trying to be so good today. There we go. There we are. Okay. And then the Daffodil Delight. Let's do the inside. Very good. Fabulous. Okay. And then the leaves. Now, the easiest way to do the leaves, I have found anyway, is I curve around the flower petals so that I'm not getting them colored in haste. And then I just right up the middle. And then come back with the lighter green and work it in. And this helps give me the shading and highlighting that I'm looking for so that it looks like a real leaf. Isn't that fabulous? And it's super simple to do. I'm all about super simple coloring because I'm really not that artistic when it comes to things like that. And then you can just kind of fade it out a little more if you need to. There we go. Beautiful. All right, now you're going to do that all the way around. So let me try to get this here. Of course, I'm still trying to hustle. Try not to make my videos too long, but since I don't edit them, you see everything, and that does make them take just a little bit longer. So I know my videos are sometimes a little longer than the typical card making video, but I appreciate that you all stick with me and watch them. I hope that you enjoy. There we go. Whoops. And again. So, here we go. You know, honestly, I could sit and just color magnolias all day long if I had time, which I don't. But if I had time, I could. This is really relaxing. I love coloring with the Stampin' Blends markers. Speaking of coloring with the Stampin' Blends markers, I have been promising a blends class for a bit now, and I suppose I'd better hurry up and get it scheduled. So I'm hoping that within the next week or so, you will see a Stampin' Blends class come up. And it'll be a product-based class, meaning that when you register for the class, you'll get to go home with your own Stampin' Blends. So that'll be fun. You'll have supplies to be able to practice what we learned. And that'll be great. I'm trying to plan and do more product-based classes in general, because it seems like you guys really enjoy them. You like the idea of going home with something substantial in your hands, and I don't blame you. I do too. So there we go. Alright, now, I know I've told you this before, but when you're using Stampin' Blends, you want to make sure that you're coloring on a layered element, because it does bleed through, okay? So we're putting this on here so it doesn't matter, but you definitely want to keep that in mind, because if you're doing simple stamping where you're just stamping directly onto the card base and you're not going to be adding layers, then you're probably going to want to use Stampin' Write markers instead of Stampin' Blends. And they still make a beautiful effect. It is a little bit different, but it's still very pretty. So I think that you will enjoy that also. Alright, now I've got the thanks on this side. I would like to do the not only for what you do, but for being someone so special right there. So let me get some ink. Here we go. Bring this down where I can see. Yeah, we could bring it across the top. That's fine. That's beautiful, actually. I love, oops, I just stuck my finger in there. Look at that. Talk about not editing it out. I love the early espresso ink with the Magnolia Lane bundle. It is so pretty. Now, let me show you that this is how I recover from getting ink all over me. Keep a package of baby wipes next to your workstation at all times. Just a handy little tip for you. Alright, friends, let's close this bugger up. First things first. Well, you know what? It may not be totally dry yet. I'm going to blow on it. I'm going to let it sit for just a second because I'm a little worried that early espresso ink is actually very, very rich. So you want to be careful. You want to take your time with that ink and make sure that it has a good minute to dry. Our inks usually dry very quickly anyway, but I have just inked up that ink, so it's still really juicy. And so I'm going to clean some blocks here while I'm talking to you. And so just remember that the holiday open house is happening on Saturday, and I would love to see you there. the live streams, the videos, the projects. It's all going to be so much fun. And then also, Miss Wendy over at Creatively Yours, Miss Wendy Lee and I are putting together a fantastic Stampin' Escape. We're calling it the Blue Ridge Mountain Holiday Stampin' Escape, and it's happening just outside of Asheville, North Carolina, and that's going to be on October 12th. And we have overnight and 2-night accommodations available if you'd like to come and spend a night or 2 nights with us. And we have a lot of fantastic activities planned for Saturday the 12th. And there's going to be amazing goodie bags and lots of prizes, make and takes, demonstrations. It's going to be so much fun. So if you're interested in attending that, you can find that over on my events page as well on the Stampin' Chick Dana Sullivan on Facebook. And you can find all of my upcoming classes there. And you can also find information about it on my blog as well as Wendy's Facebook page and her blog. So if you're following Miss Wendy, tell her that I sent you over to say hello, and you can check out her blog and you can see her posts on it and everything as well. And we'd love to see you there. So anyway, lots going on, lots to see, lots to do. I don't know if you've noticed that I've updated my little plaque here because I wanted to be able to let you know that I have a hashtag. It's the coolest thing ever. I know I am so outdated and behind the times that I'm excited about having my own hashtag. So it's hashtag the Stampin' Chick. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and my blog. I would love to see you there. I would love for y'all to follow me. And of course, you can like and subscribe to my YouTube channel here and get weekly videos. And I hope to be doing more videos before long. So I'm moving right along with the online world, or at least trying to. So I would love to have you follow me. And so anyway, thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope that you enjoyed this project. It's absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to send these off, and I'm gonna make one in this same card style for my Nana. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, folks. I hope that you have a fantastic day. Until next time, bye for now.